we're live back here at the Hawaiian Pro. Strider Wasilewski sitting next to Peter Mel, big wave world champion, on his 32nd tour of the North Shore. Italo Ferreira, Joan Duru, Ian Crane, and Brett Simpson out in the water right now in this next heat. And looks like positioning everything. Ian Crane whipping, trying to go. Can he make it up? No. He's going to go over the handlebars. Can't quite push up after the boys out the back were trying to find the position. It's so hard off the beginning of these heats. There is no priority, right, Pete?
There isn't, and you saw that hanging on the ledge. There was Italo Ferreira looking over, looking as if he was going to go, but decides against it.
Live action, Ian Crane, he's up and riding just for a quick hit and out, trying to regain composure after taking off mid-face in a whitewater ball.
And then Brett Simpson starts off this heat with a pretty good score into the good range. Connecting with the lip twice, little two-turn combo, and bang, gets himself a 6.
Not bad right there for Brett Simpson. All right, making a move with priority. Joan Duru is going to be going for this one on the back end. Drops in from France around the corner, up into the bowl. Beautiful first turn. Nice placement of the board. Second turn, power gouge. Third turn, snaps it into the lip, comes down with it. So 3 good turns right there from the surfer from France, Joan Duru. Looking good, crushing the QS Tour as well. We're going to see him on tour next year.
Number 4 in the rankings, and utilizing his priority on his first wave, attacks the lip. He's got a solid backhand. His forehand, he's got tricks, he's got power. So he's going to be a great addition to the 2017 version of the Championship Tour. If you watch again, that first turn so important, especially on a nice size set wave like that. That's the most critical section. Coming out of Hossegor, France, you know, he knows how to barrel ride, so I think, again, it's going to be pretty easy for him to make that transition into those heavy water breaks, you know, such as Chopo and Fiji. You know, I know it's reef, but generally the wave shape, you know, he's going to be pretty accustomed to doing it.
Ian Crane coming around the corner. Looks like he's got a little inside nugget. Throws a setup turn, bingos, throws it up into the lip for a second turn. Third turn, a power gouge down into the bowl. Fourth turn, little power snap. Another little hit right there. A lot of repetitive surfing right there, so I don't think the judges are going to go crazy with that score, but it'll hit him with a mid-range.
I think he's always, just like a lot of the surfers here, getting to participate in this Vans Triple Crown, surfing these amazing waves with just 3 other surfers in the lineup. Let's take a look at what he does here. You know, that bottom turn, he didn't get the punch out of the bottom turn that he would have probably liked. Looks like he's riding like his normal shortboard. You can see he's getting a little looser off the face, a little wider through the front end. And he'll kick out.
Did some committed surfing, smaller wave, nothing too dynamic, a 417 for that wave, fair. We got some waves rolling through. Italo Ferreira up and riding on really his opener. Nice snap right there off the top. A lot of power and speed in this guy's surfing. I've been watching him warm up. He's been absolutely going crazy, but tempo a little off right there. Goes over the handlebars. Goes looking for a lobster down below, like, you know, uncharacteristically falling off.
Yeah, he's like a cat. Doesn't fall very often, does he?
No. And out the back behind him, surfer in blue, Joan Duru. So he's flying across this thing. Big lip line floater, comes down with it. Beautiful. Up into the corner again. Nice open arc. Another little tight one in the corner. And he's going to finish off on the inside. How was that floater, Pete? I loved it, right in front of Italo Ferreira. Throwing caution to the wind. That's not easy to do.
Well, that and the fact that he covered so much ground.
Out the back, looks like Brett Simpson's going to set up for this one into the bowl. Snaps it off the top. Nice little punch. Comes around the corner for that 2-turn combo. Sets the fins free again. Comes down with it out behind him. And this went down right behind him, Pete.
So Ian Crane again picking up his 3rd wave. Great exchange between both Brett, Joan, and Ian. So you watch the water angle of Ian Crane, and he got bunked off right there by that last section. You see the explosion. It hit him right in the feet right when he was coming down. And then we have Brett. Nice electric snap. And connects with the lip, that time drifting across it.
Italo Ferreira, live action. First turn, bang. Second turn up into the lip. Going for a nice little quick speed arc right there. A 4th whip around. A lot of turns on this little wave. Nothing too dynamic. Again, Italo Ferreira just kind of warming up now, finding some pace on that one.
Hasn't really put up a big score yet. This is going to be his best wave by far as he attacks the lip twice outside. Nice arc turn, you know, where he gets that rail sink all the way through and then mixes it up with a little drift. Like 5 solid turns. Even just that little turn there had some pizzazz to it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Here we go, is the front on angle of Ian Crane.
No, that's Joan Duru. So Joan Duru, that's that floater, and it's a transition move. You know, he was able to carry it, but it's also the way that he kind of held himself up on the lip while he got across that section. Makes it a bit more difficult, and then he was able to hold that rail through the arc. So a good 2-turn combo, plus he finished up and cleaned up through the inside, and another good score for him.
7.27, that's a big one. 6.70, so Brett will be sitting in second place. Ian Crane needing an 8.53. Italo Ferreira comboed at the moment, but his score will drop in and probably change that.
Competing, you've got all the surfers that have been gaining momentum throughout the entire event, and here they are in the round of 64.
Well, here we go. Before that score even drops, he's on another wave. Italo Ferreira, big backhand whip on the lip. Another quick jam, straight up. Smacking away right there. He's got so much power, the frame of this guy. Love watching him surf. So dynamic. Never know what he's going to do. Once he gets going in a heat, once he's got some momentum, it's scary to think of what's going to come out of him. He's so unpredictable. It's just crazy. And to think about it, crazy stats. Look at this. Let's watch him again.
Well, the thing that I kind of see from Italo is that he's got so many different ways to attack on the backhand. It's hard to show a lot of variety, but he knows how to do that. You see, even just this last turn here, you know, he stomped his back tail and just whips it. You know, he's got that, he's got the carve, he's got the drift, he's got the backside threes, he's got all these different approaches that he can do it. And again, he probably has the most lethal weapons on the backhand that we've seen because of all that variety.
And he loves the bigger serve. Here we go, gliding in on the backhand. Joan Duru, your current heat leader, smashes it off the top once, twice. A third time, the spray everywhere, gliding. A little soft on the last finishing move, but definitely puts up 3 solid turns into a 4th to finish.
How is it to have rhythm? Joan Duru, you know, he's got rhythm, he's got flow. You know, he's carrying himself, you know, it's just all of a sudden you get back to the outside and there's waves.
Well, here we go. Italo Ferreira didn't even get back to the outside, but he wanted to blow tail. Look at that. Beautiful turn up into the lip. Tail drift comes away with a completion, has to dive off before it finishes. And then behind him, Brett Simpson around the corner. Big, huge gash in the lip line, but comes unstuck as that thing rolls away from him.
Here it is 33 years later and it's still going.
Any favorite moments that you had in the Triple Crowns over these 33 years?
Well, I think you have to almost do it by eras. So in the early 80s, there was guys like Dane Kealoha and Tom Carroll, Tom Curran, those guys. And then we went into the 90s, and that was the ascent of Kelly Slater, and of course his. And then when the Irons brothers came along, I thought they were really great too. So
all things Triple Crown, and while we were at that, we saw this, Pete.
Little stumble off that first turn, but he puts it back together on this inside. You see that shortboard very loose under his feet. He's able to do moves like that, where he does a little reversal, and then behind him, Joan Duru. And Joan going to be into the excellent range now. He's been able to build throughout this heat. That last wave was a 7.27. This one even into the 8s. And again, that rhythm we had talked about, we were touching on it. He's just been able to get into that flow, not only on the waves, but also in the rhythm in the ocean. He's been able to find the solid set waves.
That man hasn't surfed an event since last year at the Pipe Masters when he broke his hip. Up and riding, live action, Italo Ferreira pushing tail, banks away onto that corner, trying to find some more open face, but he'll jump out. He's looking for a 6.68.
It's good to have him back in New Jersey. Take a look at Italo here again. So he's fighting from 3rd position here. Needs a solid score in order to turn it. I don't know if that's going to be quite enough. Italo's going to have to make it happen. And I think that at this point in time, he's got to kind of wait for a set wave.
And up and riding, Brett finding a little tube time on the inside, coming out. Beautiful little line, smashes the lip. Oh, but then goes down. uncharacteristic at this level. You don't want to be falling off your board. Let me tell you, Ian Crane, he's going to be up and riding out the back, try and find something of his own. Bottom turn, ooh, straight up, blows the tail out beautifully, throws it up for a second turn. Can't make it down with it, though. That first turn was absolutely singeing through the lip.
We're going to start seeing waves like this where we see that's our first legit barrel. We've seen some head dips here and there, but he was in that one slotted. And if he had just pulled this normal off the lip off, we could have probably saw him help out his 2-wave total. I just think, you know, when you fall at the end like that, just on a, you know, and that was a smaller inside wave. He was on his way back out. But look at this turn from Ian Crane. You know, he falls after the second turn, but straight up, gets the fins up and over with the backwash, and then comes out of it clean. It's just like he got there too late for that second turn, and it's just going to be for that one maneuver.
Well, I really liked it. I love the way he attacked that bowl. Judges did too. They gave him a pretty solid score for the one turn, but it's not going to be enough. He needs a 7.67. Here we go. We got a paddle. Italo finally deciding to take a wave with priority, a smaller wave on the inside. Hits the lip once, goes for a lip line float. He's got to do something dynamic, whips around the tail. That's not it. He's not happy. Let me tell you, he waited all that time with priority, had 1 minute left, took that little wave on the inside. Up and riding, Ian Crane looking for a 7.67. Blows the tail out, buckets out the back, looking for more on the inside. Blows the tail out again with a huge laid out. Air reverse, but can't come down with it. And it looks like the frustration for him is going to settle in as the clock winds out. And it's going to be Brett Simpson and Johan Daru to move on through with some great surfing. And there's Simpson's family down there hanging out. Proud father of two, Brett Simpson. Clocking in a couple of dollars there.